Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel to another episode of our youth only Road to Glory, where we take our team one of our own FC and see how far up the English Premier League we can take them. We're still in League 1 and this is the squad we have currently got. Now I did get a comment, so thank you very much for leaving that comment of saying instead of selling these players, which I have been doing, and just loaning them back because they just keep complaining and desperate to leave the club. Apparently what you can do is sell the player but have it set at sell at the end of the season. And then when it comes to the end of the season and you have to accept it, you just say no. So I might try that. If we get any more transfers come through this summer transfer window, I will try that. But this is a team we've currently got. Of course, we've already lost quite a few players because they think they're too good and they want to leave. So this is the squad we have got. Hopefully they can do a job for us, because previous years we finished 6th in League 1 in our first year back. We then finished 7th, and last season we finished 10th. So a little bit of a drop in the last few seasons, but overall, as you can see the graph, we are slowly going up. Starting off, of course, National League North. We've gone up and down the leagues, and we're still in League 1. There's not long left of the series left to go. Of course, there's a maximum of 30 seasons we can do, and then the series will end. So at the end of the 30 seasons, hopefully we can be up in the Championship or even the Premier League. But it's going to be tough to do that now, especially with the squad we have got. If I do this again, let me know in the comments if you want to see this series tried out again. And I'll try and learn from what I've learned this time round. And if that technique does work with selling players at the end of the season and cancelling it, then I will try that out as well if we do decide to do this again, because it is quite fun to do these videos. This Road to Glory youth only Road to Glory is really fun to do. So if you want to see me try it again and see if we can get up to Premier League next time, let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure it's going to be possible this time round. Not long to go. Hopefully we have a strong season this year. We're expected to finish mid-table again in League 1, but as usual, let's sim on through until we get to the point of our crop of youth players coming through for this year. Okay, so we've got an offer here for Pearson. He's quite desperate to leave the club. If you have a look, he's desperate to leave the club. We've got a £5.5 million offer from Everton. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose end of season. When we go transfer date, I usually do immediate with a loan back. But if we go end of season, supposedly, if we just bump this up a little bit just in case, we'll leave it as that. So supposedly, come the end of the season, I can cancel this transfer and keep hold of Pearson's. But for the time being, he will be happy because he thinks he's got a transfer. So even though he's desperate to leave the club, by doing that, he should be happy. So taking on now be completed. Do I accept this now? I assume I accept this now. Must be. So I accept that now. So Pearson's is an Everton player come end of the season. And supposedly, let's see if this works, we can cancel that at the end of the season. But we've not had a great start to the season, guys. But let's continue on through till we do get our youth players. Okay, so up to the point where we get our youth players, and there's 14 in total. Quite a good intake. Of course, these players probably won't become good enough by the time the series ends. But as you can see on the right-hand side, though, poor form. 3 losses and 2 draws in our last 5 games, and 17th position. Let's have a quick look at our players. And there's a few 5 stars in there, or a couple. Goalkeeper Smalling and attacking midfielder Doyle. 4-star Dorrington, a winger that we don't need. But it's looking okay. Couple 5 stars. These ratings could change throughout the season as usual. Let's have a look at the league table. Only 8 games played, of course. 14 points is the playoffs, and we are on 9. So only 5 points off, but only 3 points above the drop. So let's continue on until the 1st of January. Alright, so through till the 1st of January, things are going okay. Not great, not bad. Form's been hit and miss, sometimes bad, sometimes good. We're through to the FA Cup 3rd round again. We've done it quite a few times, of course, winning the first 2 rounds. I didn't get through the Bristol Street Motors. I don't believe we got through the group stage of that. We finished bottom of the league, 3 out of 3 losses. So that didn't go too well. 4-0 win away at Wolves. How times have changed 25 odd years in the future. But in the league, I'll quickly show you, 6th place Colchester on 45 points for the playoffs, and we're on 39. So 6 points off and 29 for the drop. So 10 points above relegation. So things are looking okay for a mid-table finish, but of course we want to push on. We want to end up at least in the Championship by the end of this series. We're quite solidified in League One now, as long as we keep hold of our good players. We've had quite a few bad intakes the last couple of years. But let's have a look at this year's one. Smalling and Doyle still 5 stars. There's a few 4 stars now. Dorrington still. Firth for centre mid. And Moore Taylor. Yeah, Moore Taylor, another 4 star. So it's an okay intake, not the best. Doyle could be handy. We could do with another attacking midfielder, the amount we keep losing. But that is how we're looking on the 1st of January. Now let's continue on through until the end of the season. We had a bad January, but after that we went on a good run of form, put together 6 wins on the trot and quite a long unbeaten run as well. But the 4 games in a row we lost without scoring. Won a 5-0 at home to Wolves on the final day, but with them 4 losses, we was in the chance of the playoffs, but ended up finished quite a way off, 12 points below the playoff. So we finished in 11th, again, another drop down the table. I think it was 10th last year, so a bit lower again, so things aren't looking too good. That is how we are looking at the end of the season. So finished in 10th, we got to the 4th round of the FA Cup, where we actually lost to Birmingham 3-2, so a tight game. Birmingham, Mason Mount's Birmingham of the Premier League. So we did have a good run in the FA Cup. I wonder actually who we would have had next up in the round. So Brighton look like they're having another good season. They've won the Premier League 4 times on the trot. So Birmingham played West Brom. West Brom are in Premier League, to be fair. And then they played Brentford and lost in the semi-finals to Brighton. Brighton, as I say, won 4 Premier Leagues in a row, and they've made it 5. So Brighton are on fire, in my say. 5 Premier Leagues in a row for Brighton. But that is the end of the season. We finished 11th. Let's have a look at our development hub. And we've got, that's nice. A couple extra 5 stars. Smalling Doyle remain 5-star. A centre-back out of nowhere, Richie Hosler, 5 stars. Moore Taylor up to 5-star. A centre midfielder, which we need. Firth, 4.5 stars. So not a bad intake. I'm going to take those players, so the 4 5-star players and a 4.5-star Firth. The rest will be released. I don't think we need the striker Yearn. It's saying 7 players. Who else is there? 2, 4, 6. Probably Dorrington as well, like I'm saying. But we don't need wingers. Only 3.5-star potential. So we will leave him behind. So what I'm going to do, guys, as you may remember at the start of this episode, we sold Justin Pearson to Everton with end of the season. What's happened here? Did I not select it? Have I messed up here, guys? I thought I chose end of the season. But he's already played 11 games for Everton. I may have messed up and not selected end of the season. In which case, I do apologise. I did not mean to do that. And I have severely messed up there. That could have cost us a higher finish in the table. I think I have messed up. I think I may not have chose end of the season. I'm going to have to go back and check the footage. But that is very annoying if that is the case, because that is another player that we missed out on. As you can see on our transfer budget as well, 139 million with almost $500,000 wage budget we're up to. I sold Welders players I ended up selling. I had a large sell-on clause. We got loads of money from them. loads of 10s, 20 millions extra being added from the sell-on clauses. So financially, there is not a single issue with this club. 140 million, 620,000 per week in the wage budget. So financially, we are set forever. If I wasn't doing this youth-only challenge, we could have one of the best teams. It'd be right up there. But of course, we're only using youth players that are coming through. But I'm going to check that footage, guys. I think I've messed up. But if I have, that will be the end of the episode. I'll quickly check now. But if I did mess up, I do apologise. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Please leave a like on the video. Leave a comment as well. And I'll see you all tomorrow for another video.